Welcome, this is Yogalates. So today we're just gonna start standing with our feet a little bit wider than our hips, get nice and comfortable, and then start just swaying around, move through the hips, through the legs, feel where you might feel some tension, some resistance. Take your time, move through this. Breathing through it. And if you have some lighter weights, I usually use lighter weights here just to get an extra strength and tone through the muscles, so you can have those near you. And then just whenever you're ready, whenever you feel guided, sway your opposite direction. Good, just keep moving, breathing through this. About 3 more deep breaths. Good, and coming back to center. Reach those arms all the way out. Widen your stance just a little bit. Lean back, open up through the chest, deep breath in. And on your exhalation, slowly come down with your hands onto your ankles. And then hug into your ankles. Just hug in as deep as you comfortably can. Let the blood drain down your head. Just stay here about 3 more deep breaths. Keep hugging in nice and deep into those ankles. All right, we're gonna stay in this fold with the strata legs and take your arms behind you. See if you can interlace your fingers and then start stretching out your arms and bending your elbows. Stretch and bend. Inhale on the stretch, exhale on the bend. Good, about 2 more, and then we're gonna stay with our arms nice and long. Next time you have those arms long, just stay here and little movement side to side, like you're looking up past one shoulder and then the other shoulder. Unless it doesn't feel good, and you can just stay where you're at. Keep breathing into this, moving, feeling into it. 2 more deep breaths. Good, and come back to neutral spine. In the center, release your hands from behind you and take your hands right under your shoulders. Start walking your hands out until you feel like your heels are gonna lift up off the ground, and then press it back. So think of a really wide leg, downward facing dog. And then sway side to side, bend one knee and the other knee. Similar to when we were standing, but this time you're just pressing all the way into your heels, into your low back. Breathing, moving through this. Good, keep that chin to the chest, about 3 more breaths. Good, and then make sure you're even on both sides. Just press back in the center without the swaying. Stay right there, press back. 3 more deep breaths, and then we're gonna find a tabletop position. And then start bending your knees down all the way to the ground. Bring your feet back in line with your hips and adjust yourself so you find a tabletop position. Center of your mat, your knees can be slightly wider than your hips. Start with a few cat-cows. Rounding through the spine, noticing where you might feel a little bit more resistance or tension that you hadn't noticed before. Good, just feel through this, and then the next time that you're in that rounded cat, stay here, Sway it around a few times. Just lay down. And when you're ready, go your other way. Good, and come back to center. Find a flat tabletop back. Extend your right leg. And then just press as deep as you can into your foot. And your foot. On the right side. Your left knee, you can hover it up just slightly if you want. We're really focusing on Achilles heel, calf muscle. Press into it. Now, if you want, you can sway just slightly. Keep adjusting, feeling where you're feeling some tension. If your hips lift up a little bit, that's okay. Or you can bring them down, see if the stretch changes a little bit. Maybe even move through lifting the hips and lowering the hips so the knee touches. Almost like a one-legged down dog. And then a plank pose. But keep using your left foot to press into the ground to help add resistance, add stretch into the right side. Good, 2 more deep breaths, moving through this. Inhaling back. Exhaling down. 1 more time. Inhale back, exhale down. And now lift your right leg, that same leg. Extend your left arm, so it's opposite arm to leg. Stay here and circle through the wrist and the ankle. Good, and then go your other way. And then bring your foot behind you. See if you can catch your foot with your hand. Catch your foot with your hand, find that balance. We're gonna go up and down. All the way up as high as you can and lower down as low as you can. Kind of like you're doing a cat-cow, but you're binding. Cat-cow with a bind, that's what I'm gonna call this. And this is also dynamically warming up through the leg, through the shoulders. About 3 more of these dynamic movements. And then we're gonna stay up as high as we can and stretch and breathe. Get up as high as you comfortably can with that leg, 5 deep breaths. On your exhalation, slowly lower the knee to the ground. Back into your tabletop position, take a few of those cat-cows. Resetting the spine as you need to. Moving through the neck, through the hips, through the shoulders. Good, 2 more. And then we're gonna go move it to the left side. Good, and when you're ready, flatten out that back, extend the left leg. Start pushing into it. You can start with that right knee down, and then at your own comfort, start swaying, pushing back into it, lowering down. Really focus on getting that Achilles heel into the calf, the lower leg body. Again, think of plank to a modified down dog. Just moving with the breath. Making little movements that feel good along the way. If you want to adjust your legs, especially that back leg. Take a few side to side, right to left, not just front to back. Good. Keep breathing through this, about 3 more deep breaths. And the next time that you come with that knee down onto the mat, stay there. Lift that left leg up. You can curl the toe on the right side for balance. Extend your right arm. So we're opposite arm to leg. Belly is in toward the spine. Start circling your wrist and your ankle. Just balancing, breathe, hold, move through it. Good. And then go your other direction. Good. And then when you're ready, see if you can catch that foot. You can use a strap or a ring to help you if you need to. And then we're crunching in as tight as we can, like we're doing a rounded cat with our back. And then arcing up with our spine, like we're doing a cow. Dynamically just warming up through this. Feel into your range of motions. Try to start getting up higher with your leg every time that you come up. Go ahead, 2 more like this, and then we're gonna stay up. And stay up here, breathe, balance. Keep that leg up as high as you can. 5 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, gently release the knees back down under your hip bones. Take a few cat-cows, round and arc here. Sway through the head, through the spine, through the hips, through the shoulders. Okay, just a few more of these, and then we're gonna move it into a down dog. We're gonna get into some sun salutations, so we can get our burpees in, get our inner fire going a little bit more. All right, when you're ready, curl those toes, press back into a downward facing dog. You can walk your dog, or you can just hold it. About 5 deep breaths. Good, and then bend both knees down to the ground, shift your weight back, step or jump up, hands on the legs, inhale, look up, exhale, bow down, and then round up through the spine, all the way up, reach those arms up, lean back. Breathe in, and then exhale it down, hands under your shoulders, plank line. Bring it down, take a push up. Take 1 push up, and then lower all the way down, point your toes, cow, or not cow, cobra. It's the same thing as cow with your back, where you're arcing your back. Cobra or up dog. Deep breath. Oof. Exhale, curl those toes. 5 deep breaths in whatever way you choose, if you want to walk it or just press. Tuck that chin into the chest, open up through the shoulders. Good, 1 more deep breath. Exhale, bend the knees, shift the weight back, step or jump, hands onto the legs, inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down, and round it up. Through the spine, reach those arms up, big deep breath in. Exhale, swan dive, hands under the shoulders, plank line, push up. Push up with the elbows in toward the ribs, and then lower down, point your toes, into that cobra or up dog. Deep breath. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Breathe here, 5 deep breaths, open up through the shoulders. Good, exhale, bend those knees, lean the weight back, step or jump up, hands onto the legs, inhale, look up. Exhale, bow. And round it up through the spine. All the way up, reach your arms up on the inhalation. Lean your hips forward, your chest back. Exhale, bring it down. Hands under your shoulders, plank line. Take a push up with the elbows to the ribs. Push up, and then cobra up dog. Either one, the only difference is your hips are lifted when you do the up dog. And exhale, curl those toes, down dog. Breathe. Walk your dog if you want, anytime you're here, shifting the weight through the hips. Just keep that chin tucked into your chest, your spine nice and straight, your shoulders open. Good, one more deep breath. And exhalation, bend those knees, shift your weight back, look forward, step or jump, all the way up by your hands. Place those hands on the legs, inhale, look up. Exhale, down. And then round it up. Reaching those arms up, lean back. Exhale, swan dive down. Hands under your shoulders, step or jump back in that plank line. Take your push up, elbows into the rib zone. And then lower down, cobra up dog. When you're ready, find that down dog, 5 breaths. We're gonna do about 2 more of these together, and then we'll start going at whatever pace you wanna go. But for right now, let's just all stay together, breathing into this down dog. Good, and then when you're ready, bend those knees, press the weight back, step or jump all the way up, hands onto the legs, inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down, and then round it up, nice and slow. Tucking that tailbone as you come up, reach those arms up, lean back. Oh yeah, so good. Find that plank line, hold it, bend those elbows into the ribs, take your push up, and then lower down into the cobra up dog. So normal burpees, I usually make my arms nice and wide, but for these sun salutation burpees, let's just keep our elbows into the ribs. And then when you're ready, find your down dog position, curling those toes, pressing back, 5 more deep breaths, shifting your weight side to side if you want, as you move through the walking your dog or just hold it. The dynamic movements really help you get deeper, especially moving with your breath. Good, one more deep breath. And on your exhalation, bend your knees, shift your weight back, stepping or jumping up by your hands. Bring those hands to the legs, look up. Exhale, bow down, and then round it up. Feeling through each vertebrae, reach those arms up, lean back as you breathe. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders, find that plank line. Deep breath, take a push up as you exhale. Inhale to bring you back up, and then lower back down. Point your toes, find that cobra or up dog. Exhale, curl your toes. Find your down dog position. All right, we're gonna go 3 minutes at your own pace. You can keep going at that pace that we were just doing it. Go slower, you can go faster. All right, I'm gonna give about 10 more seconds before we officially start our 3 minutes. So we can be top of the minute. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and start with moving through the sun salutations at your own pace. Only difference is I want you to add that extra little push up, the elbows to the ribs, push up, than a normal sun salutation. Otherwise, take your time breathing through anything, moving through anything that's talking to you. And remember to stretch your fingers, your toes, all of those little parts of your body that you never really think about. Good. That first minute went really fast, only 2 more minutes. Keep breathing through this. Feeling so good. That fire is burning inside of you. Move with it, move with the breath. Good, just about 1 more minute. Good, these feel really good. These are better than burpees. But these are our yoga burpees. These count as burpees. All right, so we have about 30 more seconds of just moving at your own pace. And then we're gonna have 1 more minute of trying to go I don't wanna say as fast as you can, but just moving with each breath. So you're only staying in each asana for 1 breath, but kind of moving more or less as fast as you can, focusing on your breath as you move through it. All right, when you're ready, top of the minute starts now. Just try to move faster through these. This is also more like Ashtanga. This is what Ashtanga yoga is like, where you're just Doing a whole lot of sun salutations. Good, about 30 more seconds here. Good, and then we'll all just meet in downward facing dog. Next time you're there, down dog, walk it out. Breathe. This should feel like a resting pose for you. If it doesn't feel like a resting pose, you could move into a child's pose or a cat-cow. Keep breathing through it. Now put all of the weight onto your right foot. Right heel is going to touch the ground. Extend your left leg up as high as you can. And little pulses up there. Pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it up nice and high. Lift the heel and lower on that right side. Lift and lower. Heel on the right, the one that's on the ground. For 10, 9, 8. See if you can look at your leg. 7, 6, the one that's in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that heel lower down. Take 10 more pulses. 10 with that top leg. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Step the left foot forward. Take your right foot to an angle. Oh, pick up those weights if you have them. Weights near you. All right, we're resting our left shoulder onto our left knee. The right foot goes out to an angle and pulse up your arms. Good, keep pulsing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pulse out, but stay with the arms up. Pulse out. 10, out and in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop the weights down. Interlace the fingers back behind your back. Stretch out. Reach your arms up. Just stay here breathing. And then option to look side to side with your head. As your arms just stay straight up. Breathe through this. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Place those hands back under your shoulders. Curl the toe so it points in front. That right toe behind you. And then lower your right knee down. Your left foot is still up high. Maybe you want to bring it just a little bit higher. Relax the foot on that right leg. And then start lowering as low as comfortable for you on your forearms. You could use a block while you're here if that feels good for you. So it's not quite a pigeon because our foot is planted on the ground. Knee goes out to the side. Stay here, breathe. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, now we're going to come into that pigeon. And take that block, put it under your hip if you want to. This front leg, heel toe over to to the right side. If you want to, put that block under the hip bone just for support. Take your time breathing through this. You might feel some resistance that you didn't know was there. At your own comfort level, lower down. Breathe. I'm definitely more tight than I realized I was. Remember to support your hip if you need it. You don't always need it every time, but sometimes you're more tight than others. 3 more deep breaths, and we're gonna go back into that down dog. Good, and then when you're ready, start taking those hands under your shoulders, curl the toe behind you, press into your downward facing dog position, and just walk your dog out a few times. We're gonna do the other side. Make sure you remember which foot was in front. And just walk it out. Feel how one side might feel a little bit different than the other. Tuck that chin into the chest, straighten up your back. 5 more deep breaths. And then we're gonna lift up the right leg or the other side, whatever side you did before, other side. Good. And then the next time that all of your weight is on your left side, extend that right leg up nice and high and start pulsing it up just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it nice and high. Lift the heel on that left side and lower. Lift it up and lower for 10, 9, 8. See if you can look at your right foot. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now back into those pulses. Right side, the heels down on the left side. Pulse up 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step this foot forward. Find your angle with that back foot. Pick up those lighter weights. We're resting right shoulder on right knee. And take those weights behind you. Start pulsing up. Pulse up, palms facing up, pulse good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up as high as you can and little pulses in and out. In and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the weights, interlace your fingers. Take a stretch. Interlace those fingers, keep your arms nice and straight. Breathe here. With the option to move your head side to side. Keep breathing through it. Should feel like nice deep stretch and just work those shoulders. Now we're stretching them out. 3, 2, and 1. Place those, untangle your hands and place them under your shoulders. Lift up your heel, point your toe forward, lower your knee down. And take your time to start walking your foot over to the outside of your right arm. Lower down at your own comfort level onto your block if you want to. Good. And then just at your own availability, get a little bit lower if it's comfortable. 5 more deep breaths here, then we'll find the pigeon. Good, and then slowly start taking those hands back under your shoulders. Use a block if you want to put under your hip on the right side and start heel toeing the right foot over to the left side. Use your block if you want. Oh, good, at your own comfort level, lower down. Get as low as you comfortably want to go. We have about 5 more deep breaths here. We're going to end with some core after this. Just keep breathing through it, starting to cool our body down. We woke it up with those sun salutations. Good, one more deep breath in. And your exhalation starts taking your hands back under your shoulders, curl your toe behind you, and then lift into that downward facing dog. This will be our last down dog of the day. So whatever your favorite down dog is, whatever your body wants today, maybe you want to come up onto the sole or onto the top part of your feet and take a few stretches through the top of your foot into the toe. Whatever feels good for you. We'll be here about 5 more deep breaths. Good, and when you're ready, lower your knees all the way down, cross your legs behind you so that you can place your weight back behind you and bring your legs out in front. Come all the way onto your back. If you have the lighter weights, just light weights, go ahead and grab them. Knees into your chest for starters, and then we're going to crunch all the way up like we're trying to touch our toes. And then extend just your right leg, shift over to the left side, and then switch it. So think of a bicycle motion with your legs, but instead of your hands behind your head, your arms are reaching nice and straight, leaning over to whatever side the bent knee is in. Whatever side the bent knee is, lean to that side with the weights on either side of your leg. Good, find a breath motion that works for you. Keep that chin into your chest. Keep reaching through the arms, through the legs as you lengthen the leg. 30 more seconds here. Good, try to go a little bit slower. Even if you were going slow before, go a little bit slower. Good. And one more deep breath. And then bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Now we're gonna take these weights on our legs. Just kind of rest them onto the legs. And I want you to open, use your arms to help you, and then close just slightly. Rock yourself up and reach it up. And repeat. Lower those weights onto your legs. Lower onto your back, open up through the legs. Close just slightly. Reach up into a teaser position. And then back down. Lower weights onto your legs. Slow. Open. Stretch when you open. Come back. Reach it up. And right back down. When you come down, it's kind of like an inner thigh stretch. but when you come up, you should be feeling those core muscles working. Every time you come up and hold that teaser position, see if you can focus and maintain control for at least 2 or 3 seconds. Good. About 20 more seconds, moving through this, and we're going to come onto our back and end it onto our back. Good, go one more time around. And the next time that you're on your back, you can take those weights away and then bring the soles of your feet together. Just let those soles of your feet touch as you use your elbows to open up through the inner thighs and gently rock side to side. It's like a combination of a happy baby and a Supta Baddha Konasana, laying down in supine position. Keep breathing through this. 3 more deep breaths. Good, and bring it back to neutral spine. Now find your happy baby. You can keep the knees bent, or you could straighten up the legs. 5 deep breaths here. And some people like to hold their big toes, and some people want to hold all of their toes. So whatever feels good for you, or you could even experiment with whichever you like. It could be different from day to day, hour by hour. Just keep breathing through it. 5 more deep breaths. And on your next exhalation, bring your knees back into your chest. Get yourself into a tight little ball and take a few rock and rolls. Rock it back and up. Rock back and up. You can have your hands onto your shins, or you can place your hands behind your knees. Good. And the next time that you rock up, stay here, just cross your legs, or just a nice, comfortable seated position. We're going to inhale the arms up, we're going to twist it. Deep breath in, exhale, twist one direction, let the arms come down. We're going to breathe in this twist for about 5 deep breaths. Stay in the twist, the same side. With each exhalation, see if you can get a little bit deeper in the twist at your own comfort level, making sure your spine is straight. Stretch even your eyeballs. On the exhalation, gently unwind. Inhaling, reaching the arms back up. Exhale, go the other way. Arms come down on the exhalation. And just keep twisting your spine, relaxing the shoulders, stretching even your eyeballs. Good, one more deep breath. And the exhalation unwinds you, reach both arms all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale into your heart center. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.